A very warm welcome to you all. Our guest tonight is Presheena Armoogum. She is 21 years old and a pet baker. During this episode, Presheena is going to share with us more about her passion for baking. Presheena, thank you so much for joining us in the studio of the MBC.
Thanks to you. It's a great pleasure for me to be here, and I'm very excited.
Presheena, baking we can say is a form of self-expression. We create what we want to create, no matter how magnificent or small that baked good can be. Baking is also in fact a skill that requires a lot of practice if we want to excel in that field.
Yeah.
How did you develop that interest in baking?
Yeah, so to be honest, I haven't have any lessons about baking, but since my early childhood, I've always seen my mother in the kitchen cooking and baking for us. Well, she took some baking lessons very long time ago, and she always liked to please us with her delicious cakes. So being a child at that time, I've always wanted to imitate her, to do like her in the kitchen, to cook for my brothers and dad, well, for my family. And unlike her, I had the chance to have access to different recipes online, YouTube, and all. So I really like to watch videos on YouTube and reproduce the cakes, and also innovate a bit, add some stuffs that aren't present in the recipes, and like these kind of stuffs. And also at school, secondary school, well, about 1 year, Form 3, I think, we did cooking classes, and I really enjoyed these moments, and always trying to take the recipes from school, bringing them back home, trying them again, and trying to innovate, add some stuffs. If it is done with chocolate, maybe I do it with fruits, like changing it a little bit, and make my family taste it. So cooking has always been a nice moment for me, and also cooking with mom in the kitchen was always nice moments,
Yes.
gossiping and dancing, listening to music while cooking. So I really enjoyed it, but nothing very special about cooking. It just made part of my life, and that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what you do now is actually quite unique. You don't only bake birthday cakes for humans,
Yeah.
but also for cats and dogs. Explain to us the concept of a pet bakery.
Yeah, so basically it is taking dog-safe ingredients and try to create many recipes to create human-like cakes. We use safe ingredients that are not toxic to them, healthy ingredients. We do not use sugar, we do not use chocolate, we do not use too much fat, and we create some sorts of human-like treats, cakes that maybe may surprise us human, but will enjoy the dogs and cats. So that is the concept. Also create fresh foods, not using preservatives and all, because you know that dogs and cats, they won't know that we are giving that these kind of stuffs to them, but they may fall sick if the ingredients are not correct or toxic. So we try to do healthy, safe, and ingredients also that they like. For example, chicken, meat, etc. Well, it differs.
How did you actually come up with the idea of being a pet baker?
In fact, it was not something that I decided for a very long time, or for days, or for weeks or months. It was just in one day I created this, because I used to do donuts at home for my family, for us. And one day, since I really love my 3 dogs, I decided to create donuts for them. I tried recipes by myself. I tried to add stuffs that they like in it, and I made about 15 donuts, and I was really surprised to see that the 15 donuts were over in less than, I would say, less than 3 minutes. And on that day, I was really surprised, and here it was there that came the idea of being a pet baker, and of creating other treats like well, many other treats. But yeah, I was and then on that day, when I created these donuts, I said, why not create an Instagram page? And I just posted. Well, I didn't even have a proper picture, but I posted it. And then the next day, I decided to create red velvet donuts, adding beetroot for the red color. And I posted it. And 2 days later, I got my first clients. I was really amazed. I was surprised. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Many people coming to me asking about the treats, asking if I have this and this. And then here came Doggy Treats, and I started creating many other stuffs.
And you are actually a chemical engineering student.
Exactly, yeah.
So you don't expect to be a pet baker, right?
Yeah.
Do you actually have any training concerning baking for pets?
Not at all, not at all. As I said previously, it just came from my mom, from home, from maybe that 1 year of cooking at school, but that was not pretty much intense. It was just like normal classes. But I don't know, I just really like and I enjoy doing it. So I just create those recipes. I just try to see if they are going to be if the texture are going to be good for the dogs, if the taste, if my dogs like them, and yeah, no, really not many training, I would say. It's just like that, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Presheena, nowadays we see that people are owning cats and dogs not only for functional reasons, but in fact, those animals are an important part of our family.
Yeah.
How important do you think is it to give treats to our dogs and cats?
To be honest, treats are very important because, well, long ago people they had pets, but they did not really give treats to them. They were just like, if they know that their pets will like, maybe for example beef, they're gonna give them beef and rice every day, and that's it. But nowadays, with the new technology, with when you see online, you see in social media, you see in other countries how our pets treated, you want to give them treats, and treats are really important in the way that you can express your love by giving them treats. When you give them some treats, you're like, in other words, saying, I really like your behavior, you're a good boy, good girl. It's really nice how you've been acting today. You didn't upset me and all. It is another way to express love. And also, when you give pets, dogs, especially cats as well, they are very communicating. They know what their owners are feeling, what are the feelings of their owners. And when you're giving them the treats, especially the owners, they are very excited, they are very happy to give them these treats. And the dogs, they feel that happiness, they feel that excitement, and they get happy too. I don't know if you've ever experienced this. You just come home and you're like very excited, and you see that, like that, your dog is very excited as well.
Always, all the time.
He will jump
Jumping,
everywhere,
dancing
yeah,
everywhere.
because he feels it. And one day, and if you ever experience this, you come home very sad. You're not very hugging him,
Yes.
cuddling him. He will
He will sense it,
yeah,
right?
exactly. He will feel that, and he will be very calm. He's going to bow down. And when you give them these treats, they're going to feel that happiness, and then it makes them happy as well. And also, treats are important for training. People use training treats to make them to train them for like sitting, to be to stop barking, to jump. I don't know what they do, many stuffs with training treats. So these are very important. It's a way now, another mean to communicate with the dog, other than just talking to them.
I would say that dogs really have the ability to influence our mood, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. They just change the whole mood
The
at home.
atmosphere, making the home
Yeah,
so lively
yeah, yeah,
every time.
totally, yeah.
And by giving them treats, it's a way to show that we value them.
Exactly,
And it
exactly.
also, I think that it strengthens the bond
Yeah.
between the pet and the pet owner.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They will know that, okay, mom is coming with some bag. I have a dog at home, and as soon as he hears that, sound of the packets, he knows like right away that, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a treat right now. So they already know these stuffs, and dogs, they understand very quickly, as long as you take your time to and you're calm yourself and you express whatever you want to them, they will understand it and they will totally communicate with you.
And Presheena, what are the different types of cakes or treats that doggy treats offer?
Yeah, so we have donuts. We have different types of donuts. We have chicken flavors, beef flavors. We also have red velvet donuts. I said previously that we use beetroot extract, well, beetroot, to make the red color of the red velvet donuts. We have cupcakes. Okay, cupcakes also different flavors, different decos, different looks of the cupcakes. We have crunchies, same different crunchies like chicken ones, beef ones, peanut butter, chocolate. Well, we do not use chocolate, but actually I replace chocolate. I substitute chocolate with carob powder. So we have carob crunchies. We have bacon ones, and these we have gummies as well. We have cake pops. We have yogurt, yeah, red fruit yogurt. We have then birthday cakes with different flavors as well, different decorations. Well, we use, well, personally, I won't say all the models, but till now I made many models, many different kinds, and I can say that I'm not scared of the different kind of models. It makes me really excited when I have an order of a very difficult cake, very challenging one. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and I just make everything possible, everything I can to make the cake look like in the picture. So yeah, we have all these kind of treats. I think I mentioned all of them. Yeah, and there are many other coming soon.
But the way you bake a cake for a dog and the way we bake one for human is very different. Like you said earlier, sugar for human cakes it plays a very important role, but for dogs and cats it's not very healthy for them.
Yeah.
So what are the substitute? What are the different type of ingredients that you use, and in what ways does the baking process differ for pup cakes to human cake?
Yeah, the baking process is quite the same because we use an oven like we use for to cook human cakes, but it's the ingredients that actually change. For example, sugar. Sugar contains the substance xylitol, and xylitol is toxic to dogs because they cannot digest xylitol. We humans, we have a mechanism that can actually we can actually digest xylitol, but dogs, unfortunately, they cannot have it. But well, I am quite surprised sometimes to see that Mauritians, they are not aware of this, and they, for example, when they're eating their ice cream, they share their ice cream with their dogs. I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing? Okay, it's not gonna kill them right away, but on a long run it can destroy their health, and it's not really good. So yeah, in sugar we have xylitol. In chocolate we have thiobromine. Thiobromine is also not good for dogs. They're not gonna kill them right away,
Yes.
but on a long run it can lead to many health issues like diarrhea, vomiting, restlessness, and all of these. It's gonna destroy their health on a long run. And so yeah, so we use basically for creams, for example, we use potatoes based cream, or we use yogurt based cream. So these are healthy for dogs, and we use, for example, to substitute chocolate, we use carob powder. Carob powder is rich in fiber. It helps for digestion. It's also very good for human. and it also helped to absorb calcium better for dogs. So we use this kind of stuffs, and then I personally put what dogs like in the cake. For example, chicken or beef, or well, I try to make some recipes to make the cakes, but it's not really necessary to put chicken or beef in the cakes because dogs can eat any food like which are healthy, containing carrots or whatever. But why not treating them and giving them what they like? So we use this, and we add carrot, sometimes peanut butter if the dog like, because dogs really like peanut butter. So peanut butter not containing xylitol, and we use yogurt, I said, or vegetables like beetroot, carrots, and these kind of stuffs. And yeah, they like it.
What about cheese? Is it healthy to give dogs?
Yeah, it is healthy, but we should not exceed the amount that we're not gonna give them a whole box of cheese on one day, maybe 2 pieces, 3 pieces, and that's it. We're not gonna make them really fat with cheese, but it's okay. It's in the right amount. It's okay. It's not really that much not healthy, but we should not give them
Yes.
too much.
And actually, I wanted to ask, can human as well taste the cake that you bake for the pets?
Yes, they can actually. I had one client one day. I delivered a cake, and she wrote to me on the night and told me, my brother saw the cake. My boyfriend saw the cake, and he was really amazed. He really wanted to taste it, so he took one piece and tasted it. And I was like, oh my God, please don't, because it's not toxic to
Okay.
humans, but it's not good. It doesn't taste good. Well, personally, I have tasted it. I have.
You have?
Yeah, because in the beginning, I had to know where the recipes were. Well, in what form? How were they actually tasting? But then with time, I got used to it, and I do not taste it anymore. But it's not toxic to humans, but it's not good. Doesn't taste good, and I don't think that we will be like we will like to have a dog cake and eat it for our birthday. It's not that much fun, but it's not toxic.
But while baking a cake for a dog, you have to focus on the smell, right? Because they don't see.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know if they see or not,
Yeah.
but they sense more, they smell more, right?
Yeah, so I focus on the smell, on the texture. Sometimes dog, if the texture is not does not please them, they won't have it. I once had a client who told me, my dog, she doesn't like too much sticky food, so you should based on that, you create the cake, you create the recipes, and not make it too sticky, and on the texture, the smell, it should smell good. I do that. I smell the cake, and with time, I got used to it, and I know what that cream should smell, what this cream should smell, how does the cake should smell, and I got used to it. And if it doesn't smell this way, I panic. I'm like, oh my God, and I just give it to my dogs, and I say, okay, you tell me if it's good, okay, if it's not, okay, don't eat it, and then based on that, I know.
And for baking a cake for a cat, the baking process is same or it
The
differs?
baking process is pretty much the same. Just we change the ingredients.
Okay.
It's only the ingredients that change. For cats, it's more about tuna, sardine, salmon, and all of this. But dogs, it's more about chicken, peanut butter, beef, all of this. So, but cats, to be honest, they cannot really eat too much carbs. It's not very healthy for them, so we make smaller cakes for cats and bigger ones for dogs, and it changes, like it differs this way, but the baking process is quite the same.
And what are the aspects you take into consideration before you actually start baking?
It's all about planifications of the job, because I am a working student, so I really need to look for my schedule. Like I see if I have done all my important stuffs for university, if I did all the assignments, the homeworks, and all of these are okay, and then I start cooking. I plan my work, but that's a small. That's what I do always before cooking. I always need like at least 1 hour of sleep. If I sleep like 1 hour, I'm gonna be very in a very good mood to cook the cake, to decorate, and so I look at this at my 1 hour of sleep. I try to plan this, and then I start cooking the cake. Before cooking, I go through the charts very quickly. I go through the orders. If the owners has got any specific model, any
Yeah.
specific I don't know, decorations for the cake. I try to plan this, making the colored creams and all of this. And then the size of the cake, the model, the size, the color, and the flavor as well, how much orders I have for today, and how much time it's going to take me, when will I end the cooking process, when will I go to bed to wake up early for tomorrow, for uni tomorrow. So it's all about planifications.
And for baking, it actually requires a lot of creativity, right?
Yeah.
So where do you derive your inspiration to bake a cake? Is it through a lot of research that you do?
Yes, not a lot of research, but if I have an order, I always suggest to look online for any models that they like, and then I look, me myself, I look for models online, and also YouTube helps me sometimes for the tips, for the decoration tips. Instagram, TikToks, and all of this are very helpful to me. My mother also helps me sometimes. She's like, okay, you should do it this way. I know I learned it. You should do it this way. So this is how I get my tips. And also I really like to look for Instagram pages of bakers, of very good bakers. Even in Mauritius, there are some good bakers who do really nice stuffs. So I follow these pages,
Take
and
inspiration.
yeah, exactly. And I always dream to do like same like them, well, similar
Yes.
to what they're doing. Well, dog's cake won't look pretty much the same as human cakes, but it can look like similar. So yeah.
Presheena, you are a student, but you still choose to bake cakes for dogs and cats. What is your biggest satisfaction as a pet baker? And share with us any anecdotes if you have with your clients.
Yeah, so my biggest satisfaction is that when I deliver a cake, I just wait. As soon as the owner texts me and says, my dog really liked the cake, he got really excited, he ate all of them, and these just fill my heart. I feel really happy when I see these kind of comments, this kind of feedbacks. And yeah, I work for this for the when they even send me the videos or pictures of their dogs eating the cake, or in front of the cake sometimes with their hat and
Yes.
with the balloons. And
Balloons,
it's
yeah.
yeah, it's so fun to see that. So I really like these stuffs. I work for this. And some anecdotes. Well, last time I had a client, she texted me and she was panicking. It was really late. She said, my dog is not in a good mood since, I don't know, few weeks, I think. I took him, I think, to the vet. And even though he's not actually playing, he's not in a very good mood. So I thought maybe I would order some treats with you, and maybe I'm gonna see if he's gonna be fine. So okay, it was a challenge. I said, okay, I have to change the mood of a dog. I just made my treats and delivered them to her. And she texted me and said, my dog is really happy. His mood has just changed with your treats. He's now playing. He's now very excited. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. And she ordered some more. And same, I had another client. He told me, my dog is very picky. She doesn't eat much. Sometimes I need to buy some medicine even for her to eat. She's very fussy. She doesn't like this. She doesn't like that. Okay, just give me some crunchies. I'm going to see. So I gave him some crunchies. I gave him even a donut, like a gift. And he wrote to me. He said, I'm so surprised. My dog ate everything, and she was very happy about them. And he said, my dog, she likes only beef. So I didn't tell him, but I gave him a chicken donut. And I said, she ate chicken donut. And he was really surprised. He said, what? She ate chicken donut? She doesn't actually eat chicken. She never eats chicken. But how did you do that? And I was really happy. All these feedbacks makes me very happy, yeah.
We are actually drawing towards the end of this episode, but before that, Presheena, what are your ambitions now as a pet baker?
Well, I have many stuffs in mind, but firstly, I really need to finish my course. But in the meantime, I have many stuffs coming. I'm planning on doing some new things. I have a big project in mind, but I really need to work it out with my family and to find a solution of how we're gonna do it. But I need to finish my course, and we're gonna see how we're gonna do with my big project. Yeah.
And any advice that you would like to give to our audience to encourage them to do treat their pets once a while?
Yeah, so if you really love your dogs and you want to make them happy, to make them excited, and try it as an experience as well, why not treating them? Why not giving them other taste, make them taste other stuffs, and not only give them like boring food like they used to have every day. So treat them, do not hesitate. It's a very nice experience, and well, you're gonna like it.
Thank you so much, Presheena. It was
Thanks
such a
to you.
pleasure to have you tonight on the set and talk about your passion for baking.
Thanks to you, Koyo.
Dear viewers, we have now come to the end of this episode. Thank you for your time. We hope to catch you next week at the same time, same channel. Have a great evening.